And we are going to get more people in. We're going to have Greg joining us exactly, I believe, 1 o'clock. He was on another call, and we're going to, get going on set. Oh, here's Greg as well. Amazing. Greg, welcome.
Hello. Can you hear me? I can. Let me share my video. Oh,
amazing.
Let's see, start video. You cannot start your video because the host has disabled it.
Okay, let me check with, we'll do, it's working now. Can you also make it work for Greg? So I had the same issue. So Crystal's going to get that working for both of us as well.
Okay, thank you. Let me start the video.
Oh, perfect. There it is. Amazing. I think
how's lighting?
It's perfect. Cool. It's perfect. Yeah, we've got people popping in. The webinar starts at 1 o'clock, and agents are fashionably late, so we're going to give them some time and introduce you and everybody else. And Greg, I honestly wanted to thank you. We didn't get the chance to chat until now, so I really wanted to thank you again for coming on and chatting with us. I actually dedicated part of my TikTok idea towards helping real estate agents figure out a way how to actually break through TikTok. I personally think TikTok is going to be a massive explosion in terms of not just the social influence itself, but also the concept of short videos and selling through short videos is going to get bigger and bigger. No matter where TikTok goes, I think the concept that people have with ingesting short video content, it's not just a younger generation, it's an older generation that loves it as well, and it's clear that's the case. So everybody, Greg, tell us a little bit about how you got into it first. I mean, how did you get into it?
Yeah, so my how I got into TikTok, just like everyone else during the pandemic, I just did 30 days of dance. When April came around and the world did not open back up, one of the things that I was going to challenge myself to do something new, learn Mandarin, which I still don't know Mandarin, or learn another language called TikTok. And I chose TikTok. After 30 days, I was exhausted. I thought I was going to give up because I realized I didn't need it, right? I told myself, I don't really need it. I have some transaction. I just want to do it for fun. And then August came and I'm like, I had nothing in the pipeline. I had nothing in escrow. Something's got to change. So I put I'm a new real estate agent hat back on and just hustled. And it's only been a little over 6 months. And I'm on a podcast, which is great talking about it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I know you've done some transactions and done some deals from it. I've kind of prepared a few questions. I also prepared a few videos that have that from your videos that have actually done really well. And one of the things that I see, with real estate agents and what I've been doing. So just to let you know, over the last, I would say 3 months, I've been ingesting as much content from TikTok as possible, but specifically looking at all the real estate agents and looking at just what they're doing. Try to get an idea what's working for people, what's not working for people. And one of the things that most agents lean towards that I believe is wrong is they think that all their content should only be about real estate. That's all they're focusing on. Every video is about real estate. They're pushing it as much as possible. And I'm here to say to you guys that this is the wrong way to go. And we're going to have Greg actually, talk about this as well. And believe it or not, Greg and I actually not talked at all before this date.
No, we got connected. through Dan Wood, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and I think, and I don't know what Greg is going to say, so Greg, please correct me if I'm wrong in saying any of these things, but what I'm saying is by agents doing these, focusing solely on the concept of real estate is the wrong way to go. They're not building an audience, and they're overdoing it. Every video is about real estate. Every video is about selling. This is not a concept of selling. You're not actually trying to sell yet. You're trying to build an audience and then show to that audience that you are a real estate agent, and by every now and then posting these videos. So we've got about 28 people on. We're going to let others come in. It's 1:01. We're going to, do everybody the honor of that. We're going to start right away. So Greg, please do a quick just introduction. Who are you? Where do you work? So everybody that, just so you know, Greg is doing this completely free. We're not paying him anything. So if you guys got referrals for Las Vegas, this is your man right here. He's helping us, so you help him with the referrals as well. So Greg, please tell us a little bit about yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, my name is Greg Chen. I'm based here in Las Vegas. I've been in the industry for less than 2 years.
Wow.
I now, because of TikTok, I got on actively again after just doing 30 days of dance in April. I got on actively in August. August is
Okay.
when I started pumping out content, and this was a time frame where I had to try, fail, try again, fail, try again, fail. You have to
Yeah.
fail a lot, and I had to put my new agent hat back on because I had nothing in escrow, nothing in the pipeline, because I was always a in the person meet people type of
Yeah.
realtor. So I got on and started building, and I built a social club, which are people that I meet online, taking the online app experience offline, because those are the ones that are going to be your raving fans. We can talk more about that. Number
Okay, that's an
two,
interesting, yeah, that's an
yeah.
interesting
So
concept. Yeah,
number
number two, yeah.
two thing is that I built an entire real estate team. My first agent started with me in November, and as of yesterday, I have 6 agents on my team, all of which I met on TikTok, and all of which are creating or have started creating content to do exactly what I do, because I'm helping them
Amazing.
build their what I call the modern day CRM. TikTok is
Right.
the modern day CRM, where as long as you're putting content out, you are going to basically be sending quote unquote an email, a text, a voice message to your ideal audience every single day.
Yeah.
So that's how I got
And
off TikTok.
that's amazing. And what I love about the fact that, just leading on to what you're saying is when we think about the concept of selling, most agents sell themselves. They are the person, they are the reason why they're selecting that individual. It's, I'm connecting with you and you're the one I'm actually connecting to. What TikTok is giving us the ability to do is put our best selves in front of all those people without actually interacting with them and being with them. So you can leverage yourself by creating that. But there's a process. There's truly a process in actually building this. So the first thing that we got to do, I want to actually make sure to do a quick tech check because we got into it before doing a tech check. Everybody that's here, do a quick message on chat, please. Tell us where you're watching this from, which city you're from, and just we can kind of make sure you guys can hear us. So in the chat, please go in and say where you're from, and we'll call out some names that are being typed in. So let's go. 40 people here and nobody's messaged in yet. You guys hear me? Perfect. We've got Sandy from
Toronto.
Andrew from Niagara. Actually, Andrew, I told Andrew just recently that he needs to join in because he's got a similar model in terms of Niagara as kind of Las Vegas. They've got casinos and stuff. Miriam from Toronto, Chris from Toronto, amazing. A lot of our, as I said to you actually before we got into this, most of our clients are Canadian. So I'm sure there's Canadians that love Las Vegas as well, and hopefully we can get some value for you as well. So thanks so much, everybody. So we definitely see that tech is working. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to kind of go through some of these questions, and I want to show some of Greg's videos that have actually done really well in terms of views. So this video had 109,000 views. This video had 238,000 views. This one had 553,000 views. And what's interesting with these video guys, and this is the same thing that I'm seeing across every real estate agent who's doing this successfully, is that obviously his most successful videos are not about real estate. They really truly are not about real estate. They are about something else that's local to the market. And we'll get to see some of these videos to give you guys some ideas on what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. So the first question that I have, Greg, is what type of videos work best for you to actually get followers? And you see how many followers are kind of, after you post a video, what type of videos are you finding get the most followers?
Most followers, I have to identify anything Vegas related. So my TikTok page is Vegas related. Any topic that is Vegas related does the best. Like I have one, like just showing the skyline of Vegas. Those just automatically, like traffic, a cop getting pulling people over. I'm like, wow, I can't believe that blew up.
Yeah, that's interesting. And that's amazing. So it's like they're not related, obviously not related to real estate, but they're related to the city. And for example, we're gonna actually let's click here to take a quick peek at this video. I think you guys should be able to hear it as well after we open it up. Do you guys hear that? Just Let me actually pause it for a second. Do you guys hear the video in the background? Greg, can you hear it when I play?
I don't.
Some people can, some people can't. No, people cannot hear. Well, I paused it now.
I can read it. At the most underrated restaurant steakhouse, forget about the wine. Let's grab a cocktail. Instead, you'll need to order a 40-ounce Ragu beef steak. Look at the medium rare perfection. I remember these like to a T. And this was actually me doing this video, not utilizing TikTok's word bubbles. I was like, let me just put the best possible content out there.
Right.
But this has a special formula to it.
Okay.
That I've been
Okay.
testing.
Let me pause that. So tell us about this formula. We'd love to hear it, and then we'll go into kind of, you know, what are the videos that, and these two questions are really the same in essence, because it's what type of videos get the most followers and what type of videos you post. So tell us what you found about the formula in terms of how you're structuring this.
So why don't you play that video, even though people can't hear it,
Okay.
people can at least see it, right? Well,
yeah.
So I start off with video. Every video has a cut of 1 to 2 seconds maximum. So
Okay,
it's always moving.
Okay, 1 to 2 seconds max per cut. Okay.
Yeah.
Always moving. Okay, I love that.
Always moving.
Okay.
The text bubbles are always moving from top to bottom, whenever we are playing, right? Because it's like it's coming at you.
Okay, so text
Position.
bubbles. Yeah, text position top to bottom. So you're kind of constantly getting people to be in the video, because as if it's a still shot, it's very boring, and in essence it kind of makes people move away. So this is interesting. Okay.
Now the third thing, always start off with a question.
Okay.
So are you looking for the best steakhouse in your city? Using the word you, I'm talking to the camera like they're the only person that matters, the only person in the room. Are you looking for
I love that.
Are you looking for the best steakhouse, or are you looking for the best cut of meat at your steakhouse? I didn't say anything about Vegas. So anywhere in the world, that first hook can be appealing to that.
I really love that in the concept of, when you think about it, and now that I'm actually realizing you're saying this, and I'm realizing this after watching tons of these videos, many times when the video come on, they're talking as if they're talking to a general public, to multiple people, but you're not. If you think about it, if you really actually think about this, you're talking to a single individual. You're talking to them, you're talking to me. So your video should actually represent, oh, that's amazing. This is a really good piece of content right here. If you take anything from any of this, take this part of it. When you make your videos, talk to one person in that group. So you're saying to that individual. That's really, really interesting. Okay. These are all amazing points, Greg. So please continue. Is there any other kind of concepts that you take?
Yeah, so another one is that for myself, I like to have, things that any video, this one was somewhat of an entertaining video. So I do the 4 E's: entertaining, educational, emotional, or engaging, or a combination of all 4. And a combination of all 4 will shoot up a video.
Right.
One of my favorite videos that went viral with me with real estate in was actually last year around October, November timeframe.
Okay. Interesting.
But
so that's a really good concept of kind of combining entertaining video, educational video, emotional, engaging. If you can combine all 4, you're finding that that's the best type of video, or the most views you're getting out of that. But you could select kind of any one of these. And then whenever you're doing kind of real estate related videos, because actually that's one of the questions that I have, like, what type of real estate related videos are you posting? Because every now and then you want to spruce up that real estate part of it so that people know that you're a realtor, and so the audience, if you're accumulated, actually understands that.
Yeah.
What type of real estate related videos do you do, and what's the concept of them?
I only do new homes and model homes only.
Okay.
Because as consumers, we are attracted to things that are well curated. Model homes are well curated. You will never sell, just like if you're at an open house, if you were doing open houses, you'll probably never sell the house that you're ever in. So my goal is to attract people through, wow, look at the modern aesthetics. Look at these things, especially for real estate. As we all know, inventory is low. So why not just show new homes where they're going to be curious? And that's unlimited inventory because you can continue building more.
That's interesting. Yeah. So in some of the different markets that we're in, you may not have as much new homes, but what's interesting is that the builders are going to be completely fine with you going into those homes. They want the exposure anyway. Now, I've seen some of the videos that I've seen actually, and then they're getting a decent amount of traction as well. Is here's what money can buy in Toronto for $1 million, or here's what money can buy in this city for $1 million or $2 million, and they're doing those types of videos. One way I did speak to some of the agents, and some of them didn't want to come on TikTok to kind of talk, but I've gotten information out of them to help understand like some of the ways they're doing. So they don't have a lot of their own listings, but they're actually contacting the brokerage saying, hey, I want to expose your listing to my Facebook audience or my TikTok audience. I want to do a video of your place. Can I book a showing and just go around doing a video of your home? I'm not going to disclose the address so people don't know. And if we get anybody that comes from that wants to buy that home, I will give them to you. I will actually give that buyer to you because I'm not looking to do it to get the buyer. But what you're doing with that is just building the exposure, and that's one way that you can actually get that person to agree to enter a multi-million-dollar home that's their listing to actually expose it that way. So that's one tip that you could, and I love the concept of making sure that the home is attractive. So not entering a home that is not very attractive, because that's not going to get the followers, that's not going to get the people interested in seeing what it is that you're offering. That's great. The last question that I had here was, what were, when you look at, or when people contacted you for real estate, how did they contact you? Was it through TikTok? Was it through comments? Are you looking through comments? Like, how are you kind of engaging them?
Yeah. So very, very simple, minimizing the clicks that someone need to do. So all of my clients have to be engaged on a video. So any video, so let's go to any video.
Okay.
You can click on any video, and on the side of it, on the app, you can say, hey, there's my profile.
Mm-hmm.
For myself, it's like, hey, I want to go visit Greg.Las Vegas. So click on that. Click on my profile. Yep, click.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is one click. That's one click. They are now going to see different videos that I have. Great. The next step, if they want to know more, hey, Fun Loving Realtor, click on my website. That's a second click.
Right.
I'm currently revamping my website as well.
Okay.
The next thing is book meeting. Like literally book meeting. When you book meeting, there you go.
I love this. I love this so much, guys. This is so important. So for many of you, Calendly, I use Calendly personally as well. And so essentially what Greg has done here is he's within a few clicks, not only allowed the person to get to see where they can book a meeting, but he's actually access to his schedule immediately. Meaning that if I click that I want to do a 30-minute home consultation, I'll see exactly when Greg is available, and then I can book that time right there with him. That's really, really, really essential. So that's amazing that you've kind of created that concept. And for all of you guys that are our clients, what we can do is we can actually set up support can help you set all this up, where after they click on your profile and they click on this link, it'll actually lead them to a page that looks similar to this, where they can actually book a meeting and then take you to your Calendly, which connects to your Google Calendar. So we can help you guys do that. I love that. I really love. So the people that did contact you, did they go through that? Did they book the meeting
Every single one, and every single one that when I first got started, I'm like, someone's just playing a joke on me. They're just entering like their initials and a phone number. Hey, I treat it like as a real meeting. What's great about it is that they've been watching my videos, so they get to know me more than I get to know them. So they already know who I am. I go on the call. I have a 30-minute consultation. By 15 minutes, I've already booked my in-person meeting to look at the home, because the purpose of a meeting is to have another meeting. When the meeting stops, the meeting stops. And when the meeting stops, quote unquote, as a realtor, that paycheck stops. So I would then meet them in person. In 45 minutes to an hour, I ask them, hey, I would like to list the home. How does that sound? They're like, absolutely. Here are the keys. They haven't signed anything. As long as I have the keys in my hand, now I have the power to amaze my client through experience. I then say, perfect, I have the keys. I'm gonna send these documents to you this evening. Take a look at it, e-sign, and tomorrow I'll put the sign up in the yard. Or if they said, hey, let me think about it, no worries. Or if they don't have the keys to give me right away, I say, if you want to list, they're like, let me think about it. I'm like, absolutely. Let me connect with you tomorrow morning via text. And let me ask you what your thoughts are. If I am the best agent to help you sell your home sooner rather than later, let's meet back at the home the following day. So tomorrow at the same time, I will grab the keys, I'll put the lockbox on, and we'll get started. And everything happens e-signing. With everyone online and on TikTok, everyone already knows how to e-sign. I never have to do pen to paper. It's such an easy process where my first listing, I saw the client physically only 3 times. Number 1, when he handed over the keys. Number 2, when he gave me cleaning supplies to do an open house. And yesterday, when he's signing for his home, because the first listing that I got off of TikTok was in November. I've gotten many listings since then, but this was at $799,000 US. So it was considered a luxury home in my market at that price. So it took a little longer to sell, but we're happy to say we'll be closing on the home this Friday.
That's awesome, man. And that is incredible to see that process take place and then them contact you. One thing that I wondered for our market, because we are more in a lockdown stage, we could actually do something like book in-person meeting or book virtual meeting. And if it's a virtual meeting, you can book a Zoom call or Google call, whatever it is, whatever the person is really more comfortable with. That is something that you guys could do. But that is great. I mean, that's amazing that you've been able to do that and accomplish what you've been able to accomplish using TikTok. And that's only going to grow if you think about it. If you're able to get 61,000 followers in a period of since November,
6 months. Yeah, 6 months, really.
Right, 6 months. That's amazing. If you continue posting the same type of videos, and you guys can see, here's another thing for everybody that's listening. You guys can look at all the profiles. TikTok is public in the sense that you can see everything that agents are doing, and you can see how many views their videos are getting. So, depict those videos. Look at exactly what's in those videos. And I love what you've done here. And we're going to make sure that everybody understands this concept of creating these videos. Now, how long would you say, Greg, you spend per day on doing this stuff and working TikTok? How long is it taking you to put this stuff together?
What I want here's what I want to do. I want to spend 3 hours every day on TikTok.
Wow.
How much am I spending? Less than that, unfortunately, because I coach to my team. We need to be putting 3 videos out at the very, very beginning. And how much am I spending per video? 1 hour. My secret formula is 10, 20, 30 rule. 10 minutes for coming up with the idea, 20 minutes to shoot the video, 30 minutes to edit and curate. If it takes you no time to come up with the idea, cool, spend, let's say, a minute to come up with the idea. Now you have 29 minutes to shoot that video. As you can tell, I'm not editing my video right at the restaurant. So when I'm shooting videos at restaurants, the longer I shoot, the colder the food is going to get. So it's going to be like, boom, boom, here's my light, everyone help. In 2 minutes, we got all the shots we need, and let's enjoy our meal.
And then are you using your camera? Are you just using the camera, or are you using TikTok to actually, you're just using your cell phone recording part of it, and then you're stopping it, and then you put those videos together? What do you use to put the video together? Is that hard to do? And did you know the software before?
I use a fairly simplistic app called InShot, INSHOT. It's a splicing app. There are a lot of bells and whistles and what you can do with it, but I use it for 3 functions: splicing, removing background noise, and adding my voice. More recently, did I start using their text bubble function just as a test of I'm always continuing to test and push the limits
For
of
sure.
TikTok. So I always say, of anything you do, just focus on 3 things of why you're using it for. Because sometimes if you try to use every setting, every tool inside the app, you're going to be focused on the settings and not necessarily the meat of the content.
Right. And so here's what's really interesting with this, and Greg, what you've been doing. Everybody that's on, we got 56 people on. We're going to get a lot more to watch it later. There's one thing you have to understand with TikTok, and we mentioned it earlier. In any platform, the ability to create content on a shorter span of time takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of practice. You're not going to be able to get to the point where Greg is at in a period of a day. He's sharing a lot of insights for us to understand how to get to that point. But it's going to take you weeks, if not months, to get to the point. And if you think about it, if you start now, TikTok is early in the days. By start now, you're going to be years ahead of other people, because when they get into it a year from now, they're not even going to know how to put the idea together. They're not going to know how to splice it. They're not going to know, how to position the bubbles. So start now. It doesn't have to be. And here's another crazy part. There's many people, and I've talked to so many people, and understanding why are they not starting TikTok? Why are they not doing it? It's, I'm shy of the camera. I don't want to be on camera. You could possibly get away with all this without actually even being on camera, because if you think about it, you can record the restaurants. There's a ton of restaurants in our area. There's a ton of restaurants that even the fast food places like shawarma places that people don't know about, but should know about, that's local to your area. And then you're doing a service. You're doing an amazing service to the actual owner of that place. You can even let them know that, hey, I'm coming here. I'd like to, expose you to our audience on TikTok. So he or she will know your name. Maybe you can even leave your card there with them. So make it a habit. If you set yourself once a week, for now as a starter, once a week, you're going to go to one restaurant every week and at least start something so that you can get it out there and start posting. And don't worry about the fact that how you look on camera. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be on camera. You can really shoot the other stuff, but start it either way. You guys need to start the stuff. This is amazing, Greg. I really appreciate your coming on,
Thanks for
sharing
me.
you're most welcome, and sharing your insights in this stuff. You know what you've learned, you've helped our clients now be months and months ahead of, if they really truly want to get into this, started by actually sharing this information with us. We haven't asked if anybody has any questions for Greg. We probably have a couple more minutes with Greg that we can keep him on. If you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask in the chat, please ask the questions. And that way, anything that I forgot to ask, I'm sure there's things that I always forget, if anybody has any questions. But if not, then if for somebody who's starting this for the very first time, like did you have a problem with being on camera, or you've really never had an issue with that?
I broke my habit by 30 days of dance. I was terrified by video number 2. I was like, first video, only took like 45 minutes to do. Second video took me 3 hours. Because I felt like the pressure was like, I need to now perform, or I need to now be in a different light. I was at home. So there was only so many angles and so many rooms I can go to do this dance, right? And every day I learned something new. Within the first 30 days, and I counted this, I did 30 videos. I only got 22 comments. 22 comments. And there were friends doing an emoji. Now I can get hundreds and thousands of comments in a month where I'm engaging. What works is that you have to engage. You have to engage. And
be social. This is a social platform, so you definitely be social. So I love that. Get into your comments, answer questions, respond to people. And have you done those? Well, you have. We're here where you respond to a comment.
Yes.
By video.
Yeah.
Love it.
Respond to comments. My Costco videos tend to do well. And as real estate, I want to attract homeowners, right? I want to attract homeowners. What do homeowners need? They need toilet paper and paper towel. They need to go shopping. And Costco is a place that they're willing to pay extra. Again, this is a key word, extra, to belong to. So if I'm having my team do Amazon reviews, I'm having my team do Costco reviews, anything that is going to, where the consumer is going to pay extra, and you feature those, you're getting a higher caliber of clients that are going to normally their day-to-day life have some extra money to spend. And that's where I've been coming up with so since TikTok, I've gotten 3 listings and 3 buyers.
That's
3
amazing.
listings that have already, everything is in escrow because everything sells now. And then my buyers, 2 of my buyers are over $1 million.
That's amazing. And that's, I mean, that's not even posting real estate related stuff. That's every now and then posting real estate related things. One of the questions was that we have here, can you show Greg's Calendly page? Does he recommend the grid background for under phone graphic? So grid background under phone graphic, what does he mean by that?
Oh, so that is looking at my website. So my website currently, it's only configured to a mobile platform. That grid right now is something that I'm changing completely.
Right.
And it's just a filler background. But because everyone is because they're on social media, they're watching TikToks from their phone. They're not watching it from a web browser.
Yeah, they're not seeing that as a desktop. Like they're not even seeing the grid. They're seeing the actual page as if we would see it on a mobile experience, which is going to be here. Let me just put this stuff down and I can show that part of it. 1 sec. So they're seeing it like this, really. This is how they're seeing it when they open it up. So there's no grid in the background there, guys. This is exactly how they're seeing it. They see book meeting in real estate. And so you can have that on your website as well by just basically creating a page on the website, and support can help you guys create the stuff if you're a client. In fact, I'll get our support staff to create a template page like this that can basically have buttons on there. So it's going to be a lot easier for that to get set up. As a realtor, your videos are what majority non-real estate related and real estate related? That was a question by
so the ratio is within a month. I try to do videos about real estate usually 5 days before the end of the month and 5 days after the month. We all think about real estate 12 times a year, whether rent is due or when mortgage is due. It gives the audience a time to recalibrate their life. But if you can inject some little real estate video at the very beginning of the month, at the end of the month, you have a likelihood that their natural psychology and thought process is that they're going to think about, hey, rent is due again. Oh man, this space is not working out for us. Why don't we think about like renting owning versus renting? So if you think those 10 days, it would be very impactful.
Yeah, and so if you think of the concept of this in the psychology of an individual and what stage they're in, so they're not on Greg's TikTok, they're not following him because he's a real estate agent. They're following him because they find his content worthy of them following it. But the plus is that he's a real estate agent because he's accumulated such a large share, 60,000 people that are following him. Think about it this way. Think about the farming that you guys are doing. You know, you guys are sending flyers to a whole bunch of homes. You're paying money for those flyers with the hope that some of those people are going to be in the process of thinking of buying or selling a home, and they use you. But in this sense, Greg is actually getting all those people. He's doing all that farming. He's expressing himself about who he is and what he loves. And maybe they share same insight. They share the same experiences. Then they actually find out he's a real estate agent on top of that. Well, that's a plus. I got to contact him because I'm looking to sell my home. And not everybody's going to be wanting that, of course, but he's got 60,000 followers. So the more followers you can build up, the better exposure you're going to have to the potential of some of those people wanting to possibly buy or sell their home. So that's the psychology of it. That's really interesting, Greg. I love this. I really do. I think we answered all the questions on here. There was there are other ones that are really related, but that's I think we got everything that we wanted to get out of this. And Greg, I can't thank you enough. We're gonna have to do a follow-up with you, maybe a year from now, and see where you're at, and follow you. I'm following you on TikTok, and I think others as well. You guys definitely need to follow Greg on TikTok and see what he's doing, and see other agents as well. There's a lot other agents that are doing this stuff, and they're not as nice as Greg, that are willing to share this information. Greg, you've been truly amazing, and I can't thank you enough, honestly, for everybody. And it's truly great. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
And I'm happy to do any webinar. You just let me know, even if it's 6 months, 3 months. I'm happy to do so, because why I love TikTok. Why I love TikTok is right now, Apple or whether Apple or Android. I have an Apple product. Apple is telling me TikTok is the #2 most downloaded app on their app store. #1 being Zoom. If TikTok is the #2 app, if people are spending, let's say, an hour, 2 hours on TikTok, that means they're spending 2 hours on less time on YouTube, which is the #3 app. They're spending less time on Instagram, which is #4 app. They're spending less time on Facebook. So not that there are strategies that work. My goal is to get in front of the new audience that has already transformed how they're thinking into where they are going to be in 2 to 3 years. So the big will always eat the small, but the fast will always outpace the slow. My goal is to be the fastest out of the gate, for everyone. And because I am the fastest, I am now gaining the attention of people sooner than anyone else that can do it. And that's why I built an entire real estate team of 6 agents already since November till now, only within the last 3 months, showing them the techniques of how to do this successfully. And within my first agent that joined my team, he is now going to have a full cash buyer up to 900. I'll show you the text, like, and
Amazing.
And it's crazy. It's like, hey, if the home is perfect, I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, we can see it here.
$900,000.
That's amazing.
So people that you cannot discount anyone that doesn't have a profile. And I'll share this. I'm working, like, I have a client right now that's a CIO of an app company in Seattle. And I now get to play SimCity and build his perfect home because he's in Seattle. And he's coming to Vegas next Friday. All I need to do is now just show him a really, really good time and a really, really good experience, because he's been watching me forever. And because there's a function on TikTok that I use is TikTok Live, similar to Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live. I now treat TikTok Live like it's my reality television show. And the 15-second videos are just commercials to my life.
Right. Interesting.
That's it.
That is an unbelievable story, Greg. I truly, I can't thank you enough again for willing to share all your stuff. One of the questions that's come up is the functions of TikTok. We're going to do webinars. We're going to do videos to actually help you guys understand how to use some of the software, how to actually build these videos, and how to make it easy for you guys to get this stuff out there. So we'll definitely keep it on, Greg. I thank you so much. Anything that I find, I'll share with you as well. Other agents, any tips and tricks, and we'll have you back on if you can in 6 months or so. And again, thanks so much again, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking your time with us, and we'll go from there. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Yeah,
Have a good one.
thanks.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.